Really, none of this concerns you?
Jake Tapper, Democrat activist Jake Tapper over on CNN, had Secretary of State Antony Blinken on his show over the weekend, and they were talking about how Elon Musk is not letting the U.S. government do whatever it wants, whenever it wants, and whether Elon should be punished.
SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has recently confirmed a report that's in Walter Isaacson's new biography of Musk that last year Musk blocked access to his Starlink satellite network in Crimea in order to disrupt a major Ukrainian attack on the Russian Navy there. In other words, Musk effectively sabotaged a military operation by Ukraine, a U.S. ally, against Russia, an aggressor country that invaded a U.S. ally. Should there be repercussions for that?
Jake, I can't speak to a specific episode. Here's what I can tell you. Starlink has been a vital tool for the Ukrainians to be able to communicate with each other, and particularly for the military to communicate in their effort to defend all of Ukraine's territory. It remains so, and I would expect it to continue to be critical to their efforts. So what we would hope and expect is that that technology will remain fully available to the Ukrainians. It is vital to what they're doing.
I don't know that you can't speak to it. You won't speak to it. Are you concerned that Musk is apparently conducting his own diplomatic outreach to the Russian government? Really, none of this concerns you?
Jake, I can't speak to conversations that may or may not have happened. I don't know. I'm focused on the fact that the technology itself, Starlink, has been really important to the Ukrainians. It remains so.
Sounds like Starlink's so important the U.S. government doesn't want to risk offending a capricious billionaire who did some things that I think in another situation the U.S. government might want to say something about. But let's move on.
All right, there's two things that I really want to point out on this, regardless of how any of us feel about the war, whether Elon Musk should help or shouldn't help. What are your rights as a private citizen, even though if you have government contracts or you get subsidies, et cetera, to have the government, or in this case, the army, use your technology? Let's put some of that stuff aside for a second. The 2 points really. First off, Jake says that Elon Musk had diplomatic outreach to the Russian government. As far as we can find, there is no evidence of that Elon Musk reached out to the Russians regarding any of this. He pulled back Starlink's ability from the U.S. government in this case because he didn't want to help instigate a military attack that could blow up the whole damn thing. But as far as we could tell, there is literally no evidence of that. If any of you are watching and you can prove me wrong on that or correct us or clarify that, please do let me know. The other line, though, that I think is the scary line, really gets to the heart of it. Jake Tapper says, should there be repercussions? Now, again, it doesn't matter what you think, whether Elon Musk should allow this technology to be used or not. But the idea that a journalist is asking the Secretary of State, basically, should we take out, should we imprison, should we fine this private citizen because he's not helping you ramp up the war, the non-declared war effort, just because you want to. He has different feelings about it, and he didn't want to, as I said, instigate World War III. This seems like a bit of a problem, right? Like, is Jake Tapper an agent of the machine, or is he a journalist? Well, I think you know your answer.